What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Hey, Grace Church. I hope you all are having a wonderful Thanksgiving because I've had fun today. And it's a pop up, it's a show up. I know y'all did not expect to see me, but I am here. Number one, because it's been a minute. Your girl been wilding out, man. It's when I tell you it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy week. How y'all doing? Hold on a minute, because I got to get my speaker so y'all can hear me. Hey, Latoya. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. Y'all doing okay? Did anybody watch the football game, baby? Did the Cowboys play or did the Cowboys play? And I ain't no Cowboy fan, but I tell you, I was at my cousin's house celebrating Thanksgiving. Bless her heart, she cooks for everybody for Thanksgiving. We were in West Point, Mississippi. And so she cooks for everybody, make sure we eat for Thanksgiving. We on our own for Christmas, but but she takes care of us for Thanksgiving, and it is always a wonderful time. And I'm gonna tell you, man, for those who may not really appreciate, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me, because I'm adding my speaker to make sure my voice is clear. Okay, hey, Judge Shirley, I know y'all hear me because Shirley just said, go Cowboys. Hey, Lady M.O. Hey, Sharon Perry. Hey, I'm an Aquarius. Happy Thanksgiving. Down time, no see. Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad to see you guys. Sharon Perry said, hello, YouTube pastor. Hello. You need to lie. See that look? Y'all, I was going to come on this past weekend, but when I tell you I had a long week last week, I mean, it was long. I was on the bench in court just about every day. Thursday, we didn't get out of court till almost 9 o'clock. Friday, I got up, I had meetings, and then a hearing. Saturday, I had to get up. I work and I'm associated with another local nonprofit, and Saturday we agreed to do a community Thanksgiving dinner. And so I had to be, there to show up to feed. And Sunday I was supposed to be with my sorority passing out soup to feed. But baby, when I tell you, my body said, I was supposed to with the church Saturday night, Sunday evening, and then got out of church Sunday evening and went and served some soup. After I made it home from Saturday afternoon, I went home to take a nap. Jesus. I'm going to take a nap because I got to go to church this afternoon. I didn't make it to church that afternoon. I didn't make it to church that Sunday morning. I didn't make it to the afternoon church service. I didn't make it to the soup service. You go, baby, when your body said, I'm ready to lay down, if you don't lay it down, it will lay down for you. That's what I experienced this weekend, so I couldn't bring you nothing. I was tired. Okay, just being honest. And this week ain't been too great because, when it get close to the holidays, everybody's trying to get stuff done. They want orders signed. And well, how have y'all enjoyed your Thanksgiving, though? Because I've enjoyed mine very, very well. I am here at my mom's house where my sister now lives and takes care and run everything. That's where I am now. I went to Columbus and picked up my godson who attends school at the W. And then we went to West Point to hang out with family and eat and have a good time. We watched football and had a good time. And so I hope, hey, let's be clear. Sharon Perry, just tired. So y'all can see the colors is off. I ain't got all my lighting and I ain't in my normal spot. But I'm happy to be here, y'all. I am. And I appreciate y'all jumping on with me. I know I didn't set it up to send out a notice. I just came on. I said, listen, I'm going to come on. We're going to talk for a little bit and I'm going to let y'all go because it's the holiday. I wanted to give everybody time and opportunity to eat, hang out with your family, have a good time. And then I'm going to pop in, tell you happy Thanksgiving. And we're going to talk a little bit, do a little shady stuff. And then I'm going to let y'all go. And we're going to rest, lay down and rest. And then we're going to wake up in the morning and we're going to watch the Egg Bowl. Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Now, y'all didn't know this about your YouTube past, I don't think. A little bit, but not much. I am a football fan. I watch it. I got to have it. And I think I am so self-indulged in football because it is the only sport that I wanted to play that I couldn't play because back in my day, ladies couldn't play with the boys. They got co-ed stuff now, but anywho, I always wanted to play the quarterback. I don't know if I really wanted to be hit or anything like that, but I was just a competitor. That's all. I ain't never played volleyball. We ended up with a coach that knew volleyball, wanted to start a volleyball team at the school, and he did. And I enjoyed it. I love it. I mean, I ran track. I bowled. I'm just an athletic. I was a competitor in athletics. So because I couldn't play football, I just adored it. I watched high school football on Fridays, college football on Saturday, and professional football on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. That's my vice. I am Aquarius said cooked everything. Was nice, but I'm tired. Looking forward to doing nothing tomorrow. Well, let's watch the game. For those of you all who do not know, Alcorn State University Band, the sounds of Dynamite was there in New York at the Macy's parade. So if y'all didn't get a chance to check that out, go on YouTube. Man, it's been a blessed day. We ate good at my cousin's and watched football, and boy, we had a time. It was a good time. It was fun. We had fun this year. Good gathering. And the older I get, man, I'm just telling you, the more I appreciate family. And I hope you guys understand. And if you're not, because of old stuff, new stuff, side stuff, try to figure out a way to let that stuff go. Because life is short, man. And once your people gone, they are gone. I'm almost positive it ain't worth it. It may be to you, but I'm just saying, shake it off. You'll be glad you did it when you come to the end. All right, let's jump in, y'all. Let's jump in right quick. I ain't gonna hold you long. So let's go on and jump in and let's talk about our two topics for this evening. Okay. The first one is Kandi Buruss's divorce. I also didn't put it in here, but I'm gonna try to speak on what's the lady name? Yolanda Adams and Bishop Whoop. Bishop Wu, I'm trying to touch on that. But let's talk about Kandi Buruss' divorce. Kandi Buruss, for those of you all who don't know who Kandi Buruss is, Kandi Buruss was a member of, well, still is, a member of Xscape. Who can I run to? Just kicking. Just kicking. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the Xscape beat. Just kicking. Just kicking. Okay. And in addition to that, or once that ended, Kandi wrote, she started writing, and she has written hit after hit after hit. Everybody know No Scrubs. Sitting on the side of the passenger ride. No, she's made a name for herself for being in Xscape, for writing music, being in now movies, and now she's doing the plays out of New York. Kandi wants an EGOT, right? An Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. That's what she's shooting for. She got the Emmy, she's got a Grammy. I think she's looking for the Oscar and the Tony. She may have an Oscar for something. I don't know, but I think it's the Oscar and the Tony she's still shooting for. And but after that career was over, she ended up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And while on that show, one of the producers, backscene producers, was a guy named Todd Burris. They ended up meeting, talking, liking each other, and finally dating. They have been married for 11 years and they're now divorcing. A lot of people are talking about it, and they're talking about the fact that everybody saw the writing on the wall. Now, I will admit, I would keep an eye out for Kandi on different things, but I never followed Kandi outside of watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I ain't never spent no money to go to none of their concerts. I ain't been on none of the tour. I just like Kandi, and I'll see what I see when she's out and she's up and she's doing anything. And I like her because the girl is a certified hustler. And just about everything she put her hands on, it turns to gold. She's good in business. Anything really she put her mind to and put her hands on. She's established a business for her two children. Well, the two smaller children, they sell merch. And we know, if you don't know, Riley, the oldest of her children, is in New York, supposed to be going to school, but she is now on the next generation reality TV series that Bravo has, where they are tracking and following the lives of the children of the women who have been on the Real Housewives franchise. So in New York, you got Riley. Her mom was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. There's a young man on there. I think his folks is Vanderpump Rules. So it's a mixture, a combination. So the kids are all doing well. Kandi's doing well. I assume Todd is doing well, but the marriage is not. Marriage is not. According to documentation, they say the paperwork has now been out. Kandi says she filed last Friday. The paperwork is now out, and they are saying that in the paperwork, it states that they have been, well, I saw the paperwork. They've been separated since July. And apparently, the date of separation is the same date that they were out celebrating, I think, Tiny's birthday. Big birthday party. T.I. threw for her, and they were there and having a good time, and something happened between them being out, celebrating Cowboy Carter. 3 days later, they at the Tiny's birthday party. And between them being out at the Cowboy Carter situation and the T.I. Tiny birthday party, their marriage went to the dogs. And there's a lot of speculation. Tiny says, I mean, not Tiny, but Kandi says there's a lot of speculation. It's been interesting following the internet and everybody's speculating and guessing and coming up with all these reasons when they have not said anything. I personally don't believe you got to say nothing. I don't think you got to say nothing because I think it is true. I think the bottom line is that man felt stifled, unheard, a lack of concern for, and feeling alone in a marriage. And I think that we can easily deduce that by all of the many videos that apparently they've been putting out on their social media platforms. I mean, my God. I'm like, I don't understand. These are conversations that, yes, a husband and a wife should have, but they should have these conversations in private. Why is you putting this out here for us to see? And it is clear to see. And I love me some Kandi. Now, I like Kandi. I do. I'm telling you, I like the girl because she's Teflon. I don't care what you say, what you try to do. The girl is able to flip it and make money off of it and keep it moving. And you got to be like, man, this girl will cry, trip out, and give her a week, and now she done came up with an idea to make money off of her pain. I'm like, fuck it, I need, but pay me for my pain. Nicole Moorhead said Todd was at Thanksgiving dinner with Kandi and her family. I know he is. I believe that. Amanda NBS says Kandi smothered him. He couldn't have any friends. Listen, the talk about Todd being all outside, that was not the talk about Todd when they first got married. Todd was outside when she met him. But he came in when they got married, and especially after they had that first child. But he started coming back outside. Now listen, I wanted to talk about this because I want to have a conversation about marriage. Some of y'all gonna want to say, because there are a lot of y'all that feel that if you are not married, you can't speak on marriage. Let me tell you something. There's a whole lot that I can tell you about a marriage, whether I've been in one or not, because it's just common sense. Just common sense. I knew this couple. I loved them dearly. They both admired me and the wisdom that I walk with, and they were having some struggles and some issues. And it was, in a marriage, it is rarely one person's fault that the marriage ends. I'm not saying that it can't be one person's fault, but it's rarely one person's fault when a marriage ends. And I told the guy this. First of all, when they both would come to me to share, they each wanted to talk about the other, and I would not allow them to do that. No, we're not doing that. We can talk about you, but we can't talk about him. We can't talk about her. Not unless you are open, ready, and willing to hear me respond in a truthful way. If you don't want to do that, then I'm not the one you need to talk to. Well, no. Let's talk about me. Well, let's talk about you. Do you want to be right, or do you want a wife? Yeah, because sometimes you can get so caught up in how you feel and what you see in your perspective that you can fail to appreciate the other man's side who's standing on the other side of the street, who got a different perspective from you. Kandi was so concerned and so want to make sure she is clear that all of the money she brought in this relationship is hers. And apparently in their conversation, she was talking more about what was hers than what was theirs. Well, where you get that from, Judge T? Well, the video clips that I've seen that everybody's collected and have been running all over the internet. They were having a conversation in their house. They were downstairs in their little makeup room. Kandi was getting her hair done. The stylist was there. Todd was there. And they were having a conversation about the double standard that women have when it comes to marriage. And if that marriage ends, what rights the man has as opposed to what rights the woman has. And in that conversation, which I thought was interesting because it was clear to me that Todd was talking about their marriage, and every response Kandi was trying to bring, it was about somebody else. Oh, you talking about like when the Williams guy Todd said, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about this. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it, okay? Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Is this one has? Yeah, I think this is what I'm looking for. Y'all, hold on. Let's look at this. Oh, wait a minute now. I ain't seen this right here. Let's look at this. Hold on. What is this? Hold on a minute. What is this?
It's not about conversation about my friends. It's about me.
I don't really think Kandi, but we are talking about this.
This is coming from Lakeisha Keisha. This is coming from Lakeisha Keisha. And it says here that Todd was asking Kandi for a break. Now I ain't seen this. Let's look at this right here. What's going on, man? Church disease. What's going on? Happy Thanksgiving. What's going on, Latoya? Latoya says, Married people shouldn't have personal conversations among employees. Now, let me tell you something. I didn't understand that either. Why is y'all having this type of conversation in front of this girl that's doing her hair? Why this girl got to be in your business? Is you crazy? You don't want folks in your business knowing that y'all got issues like that? Among employees, girlfriends, I think that said masseuse hairstyling. That was not the appropriate setting. It was not. I didn't understand that. What Kandi or Todd should have said is, hey, baby, can you excuse us? When they turn that conversation on us, somebody should say, hold on a second. But everything for the gram, right? Everything for the gram. Let's look at this right quick, y'all. Let's look at this right quick.
That she is either filed or she's going to file. The signs were there the entire time. Now, regardless to however y'all may feel about Todd, the signs were there. Kandi and Todd did a video in which Todd was actually, again, stating how he wanted his independence, how he wanted to hang around his friends. And he seemed to indicate that for some reason, he could not hang around his friends. Now, y'all, look, I don't know what these people's marriage was like or...
You and your friends, right?
We all friends. Yeah.
Y'all
Okay.
friends. So you're interacting with your friends. I'm not interacting with my friends.
I don't want to get in a conversation about your friends.
It's not about that. It's not about conversation about my friends. It's about me.
I don't really feel like you always say yourself you don't have a lot of friends.
It's not about how many you have.
And then you typically on your own become friends with some of my friends.
Because you fucking flood me with them most of the time. Most of the time I'm with you.
I'm not flooding you.
I become friends with your friends because I'm always
You
with
have
you and
started
your
your
friends.
own podcast with my friends. I didn't tell you to do that.
Welcome to Top of the Glam Squad, everybody.
Do you ever listen?
Yeah, you know.
Because you don't listen. These are your friends, right?
Okay.
I've become cool with them and friendly with them because of you. I don't call Tay, I don't call Jody. So they're your friends.
Okay.
But I'm cool with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with most of your friends, right?
Okay.
So all I'm saying, I don't have friendly interactions that much now with my friends. So it might mean that I need to take a break from my hibernation and be social with my friends. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Whoa, 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 wow, wow, wow. Listen, the question is not right or wrong on Todd's part about his feelings. What I'm more concerned about is the fact that Kandi don't hear him. Kandi doesn't hear what he is saying. Wow. And I don't know this for sure. I ain't talked to Kandi. Don't know this for sure. This is really a speculation and a guess. But based off that clip alone, it comes off as though Kandi's position. And listen now, I love Kandi. Don't you can't talk about her. You can't talk about her to me. Kandi, good people. But off that clip alone, And I've seen the other clips. That wasn't the clip I was talking about that I want to tell y'all about. That was, wow. Kenny, you didn't listen to that man. And it comes off as though because you are running things, things are going to be intact and straight because it's all attached to you. Which that's cool, because you the boss. You the boss lady, baby. But a man, your husband, don't want to feel like an employee. He don't want to feel like a member of the staff. In addition to the fact, what Todd was clearly saying to you was, I am tired of being all about you and nothing be about me. Hey, Jatua. Hey, Latoya. She heard it. That's why she filed. Ooh, Latoya. Miss Music says, because your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. I'm a music teacher. I couldn't help myself. Nicola says, Kandi was fun and all Todd's idea that flop. Listen, and she was. And she was. She was. Those movies and all that he was doing, he didn't have that kind of money. He didn't have movie money. Kandi got movie money. And I think Kandi's position is speculation and guessing. Just like she said we out here doing, that's what I'm doing right now. But I believe Kandi felt like because she was the boss lady and I'm giving you access to everything I got to do what you want to do, what else is there? Your ventures are being funded by my money. So if I want you to go on tour with me, you don't have nothing else to do. Why you can't go on tour? I'm going to tell you why, Kandi. He told you on the show, he started resenting you because you were the boss lady. He did. He did. He became more and more insecure about his inability to be able to match you financially, to match you celebrity-wise. And he kept telling you that he was feeling this way. He did. He kept telling you. And you kept talking over him. Now, here's the deal. Because this was an imbalance, I don't know if this is a situation that could have been fixed with counseling or anything else. However, I would say this. They went to therapy, but I didn't hear anybody say they went to God. When they separated, Kandi said she prayed about it the whole night out during the separation period, which started in July. They went to counseling, but I didn't hear nobody say they went to God. Very much so. And I'm going to speak to this, Amanda. She told the man, first of all, they could not date each other and be in a relationship while working on the Real Housewives of Atlanta together. So somebody was going to have to give up their job. Well, Kandi is the one that's on the show. Kandi is the one that's making the money. Kandi is the one that got all the attention. So if it becomes a choice between who's going to quit their job, you know it ain't going to be Kandi. Now, I'm going to tell you what Todd went wrong at this spot. Todd quit his job so he could date Kandi and be a part of the show. So I'm sure Kandi cut him a little check off the money she was making to make that happen, because that did give her a real good storyline for a long time. Okay? Fair exchange, there's no robbery. I'm sure he got him a coin from her because he was adding to and making sure that she had a popping storyline that would allow her to position herself to get more money from Bravo. Because there for the last few years, the show was all about what was happening with Kandi. Here's where Todd messed up and why this relationship got off track and stayed off track. Todd made the biggest mistake in the world. I may change this to say the mistake that Todd made that led to the demise of his marriage. When he quit his job, he should have went and got another one. See, Todd was a movie producer who was working, okay, with the producers of The Real Housewives. He could have got another production job, working on another set, working on a movie, working on another series. I'm not saying he could have got another job easy, like he just could have walked out of there and walked into another one. But what I am saying is he should have went and found him another job. They should have kept their relationship secret. That's what he should have told her. Hey, listen, cool, I'm down, but I'm not finna be no houseboy. Not finna be no houseboy. Okay? So we're going to keep things on the low until I'm able to find a new job. When I find me a new job, we can go public and boom, I can let this go. Because see, what happened was Todd didn't go get another job. Todd decided that he would rely on Kandi to make his dreams happen, since he voluntarily gave up his ability to make money to help support her. And Kandi didn't do as much as Todd felt like she should have done, which means there was no conversation as to when you ask this man to quit his job, right? There needs to be a little bit more detailed conversation on what that meant. Instead of just saying, I believe we bosses, we can roll together. You take your skills, I take my skill, we put our skills together, boom, we make money. Okay, but we're going to put them skills together how? Because one of Todd's complaint was, I think it was on the movie The Past, where he had wrote that script and he wrote a character in that Kandi was going to play, and for the longest time he never could get finished with that movie because Kandi was so busy going after her dreams that she forgot she was supposed to give some time to help support him with his dreams. Now Kandi feels like she supported him because she's writing a check. Todd didn't feel supported because he was looking for her presence. Then when Todd started pulling back because he felt like he was giving more to Kandi than what Kandi was giving to him, and he started pulling back, then that upset Kandi and they started having beef about that. But all the times when he was pulling back, he was steady telling Kandi, I got to do some things for myself. And listen to me, that came from outside folks. Internally, based off third-party perspective, and the boys picking on him saying, Ninja, you ain't got your own. Stop talking about what all you got going on. You ain't got nothing going on, nigga, but I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm sorry. Ninja, I'm sorry. You ain't got nothing going on. outside of your wife? Made Todd feel like a little boy. That's his mama. Who Todd said I can't take it no more. Todd said I don't have my own money. I don't have my own things going on. I ain't got my own house. I ain't even got my own friends. Todd. Oh, Todd. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry for you. I'm sorry, Todd. I said, Kandi say, well, my friends just become your friends. Oh, this man said, I can't hang out with my friend. His wife said, I thought you said you ain't got no friends. So why is you crying about hanging out with people you don't have? Who Kandi? Oh, Kandi, that's cold, baby. That's cold. Oh, baby, that's cold. Oh, that's cold. Oh, Lord Jesus, that cold. Judge, do you believe folks should date, marry in their tax bracket? I do. Hey, Judge, what? Now, listen. Do y'all want to be honest or do y'all want to be fluffed? Because I can give you fluff. But if you want some honesty, let's be honest. Okay? Okay, let's talk. Let's dive in just a little bit. And this is a good segue into the My Dear Wifey podcast, right? Laterras Whitefield, who got married. Do y'all know Laterras? And that Laterras got married this weekend? Do y'all believe Laterras got married for love? Sabrina said yes. I don't. I do not. Hey, Lexus, drive first. Class. Hey, Pastor T. Todd did get other jobs. Can't ask him to quit those as well because he was gone too much. No, Lexus. There's a clip out there, and I believe this clip ended up on the Real Housewives. I'm not sure. But there's a clip out there where Kandi and Todd are in the kitchen, and they are talking about them being gone too long. And Kandi was fussing at Todd about taking a bunch of vacations through the year. And he said, you're going to be gone, what, 2 to 3 months? And her response to that was, yes, but when I'm gone for work. And she then asked Tim, what are you going to Florida for? And his response to her was to hang out. And that was the problem. Kandi was gone to work. Todd would then turn around and be gone because he's pissed with her and passive aggressive. So by the time she gets home, he's gone. Because she was saying, you don't think that when you taking all these trips that you upset how the order of things? And his response to her was, you don't think being gone for 2 and 3 months upsets the order of things? And she said, but when I leave, I'm going to work. When you leave, what you going to do? And he said, hang out. Todd was being passive aggressive. He was frustrated. He was angry. He was mad. He was hurt. He felt unheard. He felt unsupported. He felt unloved. He felt like he was giving everything he had and he was not getting near about that in return. And out of that frustration and his inability to get his wife to hear him, He didn't want to be no child no more. So he started acting like a grown adult, going where he wanted to go, doing what he wanted to do. He was the producer on the reality show R&B Divas. He was. It caused him to have to be out of a town a lot, and Kandi did not like that. Okay, I knew he was a producer on R&B Divas, but R&B Divas ended. That was a long time ago. R&B Divas now. That's been off the air for a minute. That show just ended. That didn't have nothing to do with Todd. Now, I do know he worked on that show. And she may have told him to quit. But that's my point exactly. And I think that's Todd's point too. Kandi, you have a double standard. When the tables are turned and the man makes the most money, you feel like the man should take care of the woman, should uplift the woman. And then if there's a divorce, the man should still let the woman have what she been having. But when the tables are reversed and the woman makes the more money and there's a divorce, the man shouldn't be looking for nothing but the dough. And how quick he can make it to that door. And that was Todd's problem. Because Todd is saying, listen, she kept trying to make it seem like the man needed to actually do something that produced money. And what Todd was saying was, no, he don't have to do that. What if his influence, his making suggestions, giving you ideas that you used, and when using and applying those suggestions and those ideas, it caused you to blow up. And yet, I have helped you because I gave you an idea that you didn't have. And you used the idea. And in using the idea, it worked. It blew you up. It gave you more celebrity. And it gave you more money. And you're saying that ain't enough. Because there's a fact now. There is an absolute fact that before Todd, Kandi was doing that speak on it in the basement or wherever she was, in the building or in her house. It was just her and a couple of friends. It was a little ratchet type of setup. It was a little ratchet type of setup. It was. And it was just her friends. It didn't have no real structure. It didn't have no real production. Todd came in and he brought structure and production to that show. And now Speak on It is big. He's right. It has blown up. Y'all forget that now. See, I understand Todd. I might not can come in and add 20 million to the 20 you already got. But I might can come in and show you how if you change some things up, it can increase the income regardless. Maybe all I increased it is by 100,000. Maybe all I increased it was by 500,000. But I brought you I brought an addition to you regardless. In addition to the fact that while Kandi is off going on around and doing whatever she's doing, this man is turned into daddy daycare. Now, hey, listen, ain't no harm, ain't no problems. Be at home, raise your children, they're yours. You don't get special treatment for doing what the Lord has already commanded you to do, what you're supposed to do. So you don't get no extra treatment for that, no rub on the back for that, okay? The mama's supposed to take care of the children, and so are the daddy. But what I am saying is, the man made life easy for you to do all of what you want to do. Latoya said Todd wanted to choose his own side chick, aka friend. Lady Mo says, I remember him dragging his foot when it came time to sign that prenup. Baby, he did not want to do that. He did not want to do that. I wouldn't have signed it either. What? What? No. Not if it said I ain't getting nothing. Listen, what you got to know is this. When you are coming into the life of someone who is already well established, like Kandi, financially in the celebrity world, you have to know that you are coming in to their show. It ain't your show. It ain't going to be your show. And if you cannot handle that, you should not be marrying someone who has more clout, bigger name, more money. Because your ego, your emotions, your feelings are not going to be able to take it. Because you're going to forever be in the background, baby. That's how it go. That's how it is. And they were not praying. They were not attending church together. A threefold cord is not easily broken. And they left out a cord. And that's God. You have got to include him in your marriage. Lexus Drive said, yes, it was. I'm talking about at the beginning of the relationship. Oh, yeah. Yes. Kandi, knowing her work schedule, I wonder why she decided to have 2 more children. What did Riley tell her? What did Riley tell her? You are barely around for me. But they went ahead on and she had, what the baby name, Chase. And then when she got ready to have a conversation about having another child, Riley was like, no. Don't do that. Blaze. Yes. When they got ready to have Blaze, she was talking about the surrogacy and everything. Baby Riley right out told her, no. No, don't do that. Reconsider. Go back to sleep. You is not going to be here. You're going to have a baby for what? Oh, man. Y'all hit the like button. 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 Hit the share button. If you see that you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Because listen, we're going to laugh over here. Y'all know what we do. We come over here, we talk about celebrity stuff, church stuff, but we have a good time. Even though we may be talking about serious stuff, we're going to chuckle a little bit. So if you like this type of commentary, and I hope you do, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so that that notification can shoot out to you though as quickly as we can possibly get it out once we drop a video, once we do a live, okay? All right. Well, I do believe that it is a sad set of facts and circumstances because I do believe that the marriage could be saved. But in order to do that, Kandi and Todd would need to go off to a retreat, first of all, like a drug addict. You first got to send them to an in-house treatment facility and dry them out, detox them first before you can start really working with them. That's what got to happen to Todd and Kandi. They got to be detoxed. Now, the one thing that would be a heavy impediment is over 11 years, there's a lot of pain that has been experienced between these two people. Y'all, this problem started at the wedding. Although I understood Todd's position, he's saying, you wanted this prenup. You should have drafted it and got it to me in time enough for me to review it and let somebody else look at it. I'm not just finna jump and sign it. And I agree with him. Kandi was upset because she felt like, well, Ninja, you ain't got, I'm just being real, and from the perspective I see it, where it seemed like to me it was coming from, where it seemed like what's in her head. Ninja, you ain't got nothing, so what is the problem? Sign it. You ain't got nothing. And when you start off the marriage from that perspective, well, it's all downhill, and it was. And the fact that her mama didn't respect him, the aunties didn't respect him, I mean, that it just wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work. I don't know why Kandi did that. Although I do know that Kandi struggles with a lack of, there's a void with the divorce of her mama from her daddy, and then her daddy divorcing some more, and her mama divorcing some more. And that girl is looking for real love, and she needs someone who can make their life be about her life. She needs that. Because Kandi got some goals that she is not fixing to stop going after. She's not fixing to hesitate with it. She ain't bagging up on it. She's full steam. And to be connected to somebody that says, no, I followed you, I supported you, cool, but now I need you to stop and let it be about me. Be ye not unequally yoked. And Kandi, I believe when that dude quit his job, sent a signal to her that he was willing to do whatever he needed to do in order to support her. And that's what she thought she was going to be getting coming into the marriage. Todd's mindset was, I'm going to make this sacrifice for you with the belief that you're going to make the necessary sacrifice I need you to make for me when my time comes. And unfortunately, his time never came. Kandi gave him a hard time. She finally gave in and went ahead on and did Depart to the Past. I watched it. It's on Netflix. It was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. I thought they did tremendously well. I thought Drew did good. I enjoyed it. I'm just going to say I liked it. I did. And I want him to do some more. Now where the funding going to come from, I'm not sure. But do some more, Ty. Do some more. But Kandi, that's where the downfall is. That's where the problem is. That's all it is. Kandi thought she had a guy that was going to be there to make things happen for her. All things happen for her. Ty got tired of it. And when he tried to express it to his wife, she was not able to receive it or appreciate it because she felt like she just don't understand what the problem is. Ninja, you got all this. You got me, you got all this. But I wonder if the rumors was true. Because I'm going to tell y'all the truth, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. There's a part of me that believed that Todd was not as attracted to Kandi as led us to believe. They also had a conversation down there in the basement where they do the hair. It seemed like that was the new stage for whatever this was that they were doing. But he talked about that. Todd brought that. He brought that topic up, and through that conversation, it came out that Kandi was more of the pursuer. More of the pursuer. More of the, when the intimate times were to come, it was more her that set the scene and set the flavor and all of that stuff. Todd didn't have to do nothing. Well, like he got tired of always hopping behind her. She got tired of always being the one who had to create the atmosphere for desire to take place. He never put forth no effort. If Kandi didn't do it, it didn't get done. And she got tired of always being the one of having to make that happen. At some point, even a woman in particular want a man to act like he attracted to her, to the point where he willing to put a little dinner together, put a little music in the atmosphere to try to make something happen. And that's why I say I don't think that he was as physically attracted to her, which would mean that the rumors that he was true. I don't know if he said all that, but I'm saying, bruh man, you ain't gonna wine and dine your wife now time? Now. Bruh man, you ain't gonna make no picnic in the floor of the house? Bruh man, you ain't even got to go out the house. Just get a blanket. Make some tuna. Get some bag of chips. Get a little ginger ale. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. And he didn't deny that he didn't do nothing. What he said to her was, well, you know, when we got together, you were the one, you know what I'm saying? And then the man said he don't really want to make no move because he don't really know what condition your situation is in. And the last thing he want to do is make a move and it ain't right and it ain't tight. I said, good. Ninja, if it ain't right, she can run to the back. Y'all don't have no bathroom no more in your house. She can't go get a quick little shower. You can't give her time to put it together. Natural Born Queen says Kandi did sacrifice. She had them babies. Now he could get. He didn't even want to say. Oh. There was conversation had by them as to whether or not it was in their best interest to expand their family. See how I fixed that? Oh, I fixed that. I did that right there. Oh, yeah, I did that right there. I fixed that up real good. Y'all remember that conversation? Uh-huh. Okay. I don't want to say that because them kids going to grow up and the last thing they need to do is come across one of my live videos where I done said that they pappy, you know, had an adverse emotion or feeling about them. It ain't for me to say because I don't know it for true. I just know they had a conversation about whether or not expanding their family was in their best interest at that time. Todd said he didn't like them hair bonnets because he was used to the girls at the strip club. Mm-hmm. But your wife ain't gonna feel like a stripper every night. She ain't. She ain't. She ain't. And if she's doing it in the beginning, good for you. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Ty said he likes to drink, get drunk. He want to go out, get drunk, go to the strip club, get all excited, and come home and pound on his wife. And the wife don't want to be pound. She don't want to go to pound time. She wants to be made love to, not pound. What? Come on, picnic in the floor. Okay, you can't do nothing. Maybe if you did a little something, she wouldn't be in that bonnet. But since it's all on her, if she ain't feeling it, then what she dressing up for? You waiting on her to put you in the mood. But if she not in the mood, you ain't willing to do nothing to try to change the atmosphere. Come on, baby. Sometimes you got to turn the car on and let it run a little while. And then when it get good and warm, you can go on and get in. You know what I mean? You're not getting in at all. You're never gonna get in that car. You ain't never gonna get in that car. Seems like everybody want to stab. Stabman didn't have no problem staying in the background, baby, but everybody is not he. Everybody is not he. Dusty B is a shiny. Did he say that? Did he say it? Is it Dusty? Oh, Lord. Ooh. Oh, my God. Katrina said so. I'm going to put it up here, Katrina. I'm going to put it up here. He didn't pound too much. I don't want to pound no more. Who is the girl? Is that Fatima? Is that her name? Fatima? Nicole said Katrina ain't wrong. She want her husband, y'all. She want her husband. She want her husband. She want her husband. Fatum. Fatum looked to be more spending more time with Kandi than she did Ty, didn't she? She's a beautiful girl. There you go, Amanda. Now that right there, I believe. And for her, it was perfect. We could go out here to have this little fun. Hey. And then we can go on back over here and let's go back to work, honey. Amanda, I thought she said she was, yeah. She said she like them both. Baby, right about now, her and Portia can get together. They ain't neither one of them got, well, Candy's still divorcing her, but I'm just saying, they already like each other. They already kissed each other. I do not want Portia messing with Kandi. Nicole, we all know she wanted a few of her co-stars. Oh, I'm just saying. We know about Portia. That's why I didn't understand the word is that Kandi wanted to ape her, grape her. Cause she don't want to grape you. She want you. Them two different things. She wants you to participate. And you know she does because you want to do it back. Otherwise, why is you kissing on her at the club? And would have did something else. You would have if them cameras was on. I don't know that. I just know from time to time they brought somebody in. And I'm going to tell you something. I ain't seen that work yet. I haven't seen that work yet. Because if we do not have, as a couple, as a married couple, if we don't have intimacy amongst us, enough amongst us, that we can satisfy each other, we got to go out here and reach and bring other people in, then you're creating connections still with other people. It doesn't create a connection between the two. And for Todd, if all we're doing is getting together to pound, and we gotta pound with somebody else, I could just find somebody to do that with. Like we ain't got. It started off being fun, and it doesn't end that way. It doesn't end that way. But people still do it. Kandi wanted willing participants. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just saying, the ones I've seen on TV and the ones I know about personally, I just haven't seen that thing work out. It's good in the beginning. It's all hunky-dory and fun and exciting and woo, 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 woo. But it always ends the same way. And I'm not saying that was the situation in this case, because it seemed like really, I'm not going to say Kandi got tired of Todd, but Todd got tired of Kandi. He did. He did. Mama Joyce draw Todd's real face from the beginning. Do I think that he was trying to come up? Well, it was a come up. She gave him an ultimatum. I think he was going to ride it for as long as he could. She gave him an ultimatum, and he bit, and he should have bit. I'm not going to lie. Now, listen, let me tell you something. You can be in love with a poor man, but it's just as easy to be in love with a rich one. So if I got to choose between the two, I may grow to resent them and be mad with them and fall out of love with them and all that other stuff. But right now, the choice is between the one who has and the one who has not. I'm going to pick the has. I'm going to pick the has. I'm going to pick the has. That's what I'm going to do. And they were letting other people in. See, if me and you talking about our relationship, it may be somebody else in the room, but let me tell you what, nobody, stay out of it. You come talk to me about it later, but right in the midst when we having the conversation, you don't get in it. I don't need your information. I don't need your ideas. I don't need your input. Stay out of it. I didn't like the fact that the hairdresser was all into the mix and making statements and come on, Todd, and we ain't gonna do this. Who the is we? This ain't got nothing to do with you. I ain't like that. I didn't understand that. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. Their relationship was not healthy. They didn't take proper steps to get help. And just like any snowball that you roll down here, it's just going to pick up more store and become bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm sorry. Do not favor divorce, not happy about it. And I still believe that they can work it out. But they have both got to go somewhere and give it to Jesus. They do. And if they're not willing to do that and do it that way, then no, this marriage is done. So that segue us into My Dear Wifey podcast. The owner is Laterras Whitefield. Laterras has a podcast called the Dear Wifey podcast. And after divorce and whatnot, he started this podcast. And what he started doing is writing a letter to his future wifey. And he would have guests and on that talked about marriage and relationships. Well, he got engaged and he had the fiance for a very long time. And he just got married to her over the weekend. I think Laterras came to a place where the scripture that says it's better to marry than to burn settled in his spirit. I think that he wants to push forward in his career. And I think that seeing how things, this is my personal opinion. I don't know these folks, but this is my personal opinion based on what I see. I think seeing Jamal get married and how his ministry and his life seem to have blown up since getting married. I think seeing the financial blessings that have fallen on the people around him that are married and who have recently gotten married. Laterras is seeing all of this and he sees he's getting older too. And he made a decision to marry. This is why I don't do in saying that I do not believe that this marriage is based on love does not mean that I am saying that Laterras does not love his new wife, Ashley, because I'm not saying that. Because you can care about a person you don't want to be with. You can love a person that you don't want to be with. The reason why I say that is because when Laterras talks about meeting Miss Ashley and their courtship and all of this and bringing us into telling us about their story, what he says what he has said is that his preacher friend and his buddies have been on him about settling down. It is time for you to go somewhere and sit down. You're out there floating around. It's time to sit down. Be a man. Sit down. Okay? And so in that conversation with his therapist, he says that he had been thinking about maybe doing that with this girl, Ashley. Okay. But he talked to his therapist, he talked to his pastor, he talked to all of his friends, he talked to a whole bunch of people to see how they felt about him marrying and about him marrying Ashley. If it was love, you don't need No. Just follow me. When we meet and we fall in love, we don't care what nobody else got to say. I'm not looking for nobody's approval to marry the woman that I love and that I feel like the Lord has brought into my life for me. He didn't say nothing about the Lord bringing this woman into his life for him until after he had consulted the men. Now, this is what he said. And based off what he said leads me to the assessment. This was not a feelings, emotional, I'm in love with you. Because he also said that after talking to all of these people, he then came and talked to her. And they had a conversation about whether or not she wanted to be married to him. And they had a conversation about what that looked like, what that would mean, what that would be, woo. And they decided okay. And once they decided okay, then he felt like the Lord was on their side. Now, am I saying that they should not have gotten married? No. Judge T not saying that. Your YouTube pastor is not saying that they didn't get married. I'm going to tell you something. I think it's brilliant. Uh-oh. Look at here. Look at what Sabrina say. Look at what Sabrina say. Is this going to be an issue going forward? As in Todd and Kandi's situation, where Todd tells us that Kandi was the one who was the, making everything happen between them? If she gets tired, if she's the only one giving and not getting anything in return. I had I had the judge tell me one time. He says he wanted me to understand how life goes where it comes to marriage. He says when you're young, between your 20s and your 30s, you're marrying for love. You usually marry the person that you met, you love. It's everything. Between 30 and 50, you are looking for a partner. You've gone through all that young stuff. You've gotten a little bit more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And you're looking for someone who's tired of the games, who's ready to be serious, and let's come together and let's build. From 50 on, you're looking for companionship. You're looking for somebody that you can trust and don't get on your nerve. That's it. And Laterras is between that 30-50. I know he may be in his 50s, but you know what I'm saying. Where he wants to marry. He's tired of the game. They're not in that love, feely thing. Can this work? Can we see eye to eye on how to make our life and this business work? You look good. I look good. We look good together. That's what they did. That's the conversation they had. And she gonna play her part as long as he plays his. The problem gonna come when one of them stops playing their part. And no, I'm not mad about it. I think it's a wonderful thing that they did. I do. I think it's a conversation that more people who want to get married should have. You're so busy caught up in the rainbows and the unicorns and the flowers in the field that you ain't even thought about the fact that this man has had 3 bank accounts because they keep getting closed because he keep having overdrafts. You don't think y'all need to have a conversation about that? I may not go to church every Sunday, but I'm going. And when I go, if we're a family, I want us to go together. How you feel about that? I believe they're going to make it work. Beautiful wedding. Except when we got down, in my opinion, to the last two singers, I was confused. I was confused. I think he had that boy there, Tech. He had two professional singers there singing their song. What the other boy name? Oh Lord, Kenny Lattimore. And then he had these two. They may have been somebody, but the last girl was singing, and she was trying to be all. I don't know what she was trying to be, but ooh. But sometimes you got to let your friends participate. If they were professional artists, then I apologize. That wasn't your best day. That wasn't your best day. Listen, in the Bible, when two people came together to marry, it was a powerhouse. It was for business. It was for power. It was for wealth. We are coming together to accomplish a thing. We're going to grow this army. We're going to grow our city. We're going to grow our, our military is going to be mightier. It's going to be hard for anybody to come and get us if we come together. And that was a lot of what these arranged marriages were for. It was to keep power and to keep money concentrated in a particular family, in a particular dynasty, in a particular kingdom. So I'm not mad about it. They weren't married for love. You hear them folks from back in the day. They didn't know each other half the time, let alone in love with each other. But through the years of working with each other, building with each other, respecting each other, they came to love each other, and they had a family, and life was great. But there were some situations and sometimes where that love never came. Hannah, well, who was the guy? Was it Hannah? And Leah? Leah was given all the babies, but he didn't love her. Hannah couldn't give him no babies. He loved her so, and felt offended that she was more concerned about giving him a child than appreciating the fact that she had his love unconditionally. Ain't that? Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, Leah and Rachel. Okay, thank you. Leah and Rachel. Thank you. Help me, Latoya. Leah and Rachel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He loved Rachel. Mm-hmm. Y'all, marriage is put into place because it is the one example that the Lord has given where he can receive all of the glory. And in two people coming one, to have a child and raise that child to give God glory. God gave us everything we needed to bind to one another. He gave us the attraction to make us want to come and be together. And he gave us the instruction. if he is not speaking words of encouragement, uplifting, support, got a us mentality. They're not for you. They're not who you need to be with. I mean, like, I know you want a partner. I know it's not good for man to be alone, but you can't jump over there and just get with anybody. Can't do that. Hey, Inspire, happy Thanksgiving. Can't do that, y'all. Can't do that. And we always want to throw the Lord on it. We make a bad decision to marry the wrong person, but it's all. Listen, we're going to pray for Laterras and his wife, Ashley, and it is my hope and my prayer that they have a fulfilling life and that they live a life in a way that gives God glory. It is my prayer that Kandi and Todd, I don't care nothing about them filing no doggone divorce. I know somebody that filed for divorce and stopped the divorce and stayed married. I know somebody who got married, who divorced their wife and who remarried them. I know somebody that married his wife, and divorced his wife, remarried his wife, and divorced her again. I just know a lot of scenarios, okay? I know a lot of different ways this can go. But one thing I do know, if you put God first and seek him, and ask him to give you the guidance on how it is to love your wife and love your husband, I just know God gonna do it. Because why tell us to do a thing and not give us what we need to be successful in it? That ain't the God I know or I serve or I believe in. That's a God that set me up for failure, and there's no way I can get the glory if I'm gonna fail at every moment. So I don't believe that. Listen, I know it ain't true, because the word of God says that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. But in order to seek him, you must first believe that he is. Oh, come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. What? Erica and Tina's parents married and divorced 6. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be. And sometimes people divorce and a few months pass and a few years pass and they see each other. They start talking again. They recognize where they flaw. They have reflected and realized where they messed up and not focus so much on what the other person did. So now when they come back together, everybody's able and willing and ready to accept responsibility for their roles and make the necessary changes to make things better. God can do anything but fail, but we got to give it to him, y'all. Got to give it to him. Got to give it to him. And in all that I hear that they did, I did not hear them go to God. I didn't hear them say that they fasted. I heard Kandi say, I believe, that while they were separated, she fasted. Fast with your husband, baby. I think Mama George putting in her ear that Todd was about her money. Even though she said she was ignoring it, I don't really believe Kandi did. Not all the way. Not all the way. All that tracking him where he is and stuff. You wouldn't do that if you were secure. You believe some of that stuff. You believed it. And you were on that joker for 2 reasons. One, you did not want him to make what the people said true. So you knew that if you could be on him, it's a possibility you could stop him, and that you wouldn't come off looking like a fool. And then the second reason why you were tracking him is because you didn't want to come off looking like a fool by this man being out here all outside in these streets with all these women, and you up here smiling and feeling like, you know, me and him is building away. He building, all right. I get it. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. But I don't want y'all arguing and fussing. That's not going to be good for the babies. So go somewhere and sit down and talk in the back room and figure out how y'all going to do this. Okay? But my prayer is that you'll show up to dinner and you'll get to talking about how this is going to happen, and you all will realize in the midst of that conversation it shouldn't be happening. And we should really go to work and trying to fix this. And that's my hope, my prayer. And I name that thing and claim it to be so. Nah. Nah. That's all I got. I told y'all I was coming and wasn't going to hold you long, and I ain't. I done held you longer than I intended to, because I was only going to be here 45 minutes. I've been there an hour 37. Y'all know how we do. But I'm finna go. It's late. What time is it? Oh, Jesus, it's almost 12 o'clock. We got to go to bed. I got to get up tomorrow, go look at check out one of my rental properties and do a bunch of stuff. Jesus, Lord, have mercy. Busy day, even on Thanksgiving, y'all. So I'm going to go lay it down. I want y'all to have a wonderful evening. I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves, ate up all the turkey, the ham, the chicken, whatever you had, and enjoyed your family. I appreciate you all giving me a little time of your Thanksgiving day and hanging out with me. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourself, because I did want to come in and hit on those two topics and hopefully make you laugh. I appreciate you all so much. And y'all know what I say. To the extent this channel is a success, it's because of you all. And I thank you so much for your love and for your support. So if you haven't had an opportunity, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. We talk some good talk. I taught over here. And will help a married. If you know a married couple is struggling and you see these issues, send them over here and tell them to listen to what I got to say. Because I'm talking good talk. Because it's easy to be fixed, y'all. This is what is sad to me. This is easy to be fixed. Kandi, take a vacation. Stop it. Serious vacation. Well, you ain't got your, well, there are no extra people. You, your husband, I need to go to a spiritual retreat where you all will be able to fast and seek God individually, but as a couple. Asking God to reveal you, not them. You. What do I need to address, admit, confront, confess, and do? What is it? What all of those is for me, not my partner. I'm seeking God so that I can give him glory. And I can't give him glory if there's a lot of junk still stuck in me and on me. And sometimes we can think we heal. Sometimes we can think we are over something. You know, somebody can do something wrong to you and you think you have conquered that thing until you walk in the room and see them. And all of that anger and frustration. And sometimes we say, hey, just come flooding in. We don't even expecting it. You got to give God an opportunity to work on the inside, right? You got to come to him, right? Broken spirit, contrite heart. Yeah? Get on the potter's wheel and let him make you and mold you. Take my mind, transform it. Take my heart, mold it. take my will and conform it to yours. Come on here, God. Do it for me right now. If we're not going to come before him like that, then it is what it is. But I promise you, if you come to him and ask him to help you so that you can be the best wife and you can be the best husband and let God work. Now, let me tell you another little secret. You don't try God last. You try him first. We always go to Jesus last, looking for a miracle. Go to him first because you acknowledge that you've left him out of a place in your life that he needs to be. And let him come in. Hey, I know what I'm talking about. I know that. Amanda said it happened to her today. Come on here. Thanksgiving to everybody. Hey, Alice Holder. It was a beautiful conversation. Benny Hinn could remarry his wife a second time. They still love each other. Praying for Kandi. Absolutely you can. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know we see the celebrities and different stuff going on in life, and we use it for commentary, and we kiki and kai. And I told y'all we would do that, and we've laughed all this live. But I'm getting ready to go, and I also always love to make sure that when we leave, we have left learning something or hearing something that will cause us to reflect on the goodness of God or on something that we can do better, because we know in doing better, God is going to get the glory. And so that is why I'm ending this thing on a soft note, and I'm saying, let's pray for him, y'all. Let's pray for Laterras Whitefield and his lovely new wife, Ashley, to have a lovely marriage, a happy marriage, and one that brings God glory. And my prayer for Kandi and Todd is that before the signing on the dotted line, they'll give God a chance to change their minds. And if not, stay open. Let God continue to work with you. And we'll see what happens. But I'm praying for a restoration in this marriage. That's what I'm praying for. That's what I'm praying for. Restoration. You want her to be in a bad marriage? I do not. I do not. I don't want him to be in a bad marriage. But ain't nobody told you marriage was easy. Ain't nobody told you that marriage was going to be fun 24/7. Ain't nobody told you that doing your marriage, your spouse was not going to get on your nerve. Ain't nobody told you that doing your marriage, you wasn't going to feel like leaving. What we told you is, in spite of having all those feelings, lean and depend on Jesus. Let God lead the way. And know that you got to fight for a marriage. And that's the difference between a marriage and a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Your boyfriend get on your nerve, piss you off, make you mad, you leave, you go get another one in a week. But in a marriage, it's not easy for us to walk out of this. We got to figure out how to make this thing work. And I'm not saying Kandi and Todd hadn't put forth that effort to try to do that, because we don't know what all has been going on behind the scenes. And maybe they did go to the pastor, but I'm saying, forget the pastor, man. Go on a spiritual retreat where you got time. Nothing is more important. The jobs, the Oscars, the Tonys, the new production, not even the cheering. It's just you and him, Kandi. Asking God to work on you, Kandi, not Todd. Todd is asking God to work on him, not you. Now, maybe y'all have done that, and that's, you came out and God told you it's okay. I just don't know that God would say that about a marriage. I don't. God hates divorce. He said he allowed Moses to allow you all through a certificate of divorce to divorce, but that was because your heart was hard. You ain't right. But I don't believe in that. If I believed in that, then that means that I could divorce the church. We're the church. Do we want God to divorce us? No. Marriage is one of the most clear examples the Lord gives us to help us understand his love for us, the long suffering he endures for us, the forgiveness over and over and over and over and over again he has to give to us, the love, the mercy, the grace. And you don't see that more clearer than in a marriage. Hey. Because when your spouse mess up and they come and say, man, I'm sorry. You forgive me? And 2 months later, they come back. You forgive me? Hey, glory to God. Glory to God. God does that for us, y'all. God does that for us. All right. Y'all have a good evening. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. I'm going to be out all day tomorrow doing some stuff. And then we got the Egg Bowl tomorrow. Now I got to watch the Egg Bowl before I move. And then Saturday, I got to do some stuff. And I'm going to try to hit. We're going to try to be back where we need to be. But if I can get everything completed tomorrow, then we probably gonna dip back around. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna go do is go home tomorrow and then come back. But anywho, I got a friend of mine at my house using my vehicle to get around. I started putting folks in my house when I leave. I don't want to have a Whitney Williams situation. When I go out of town for stuff, I have somebody in my house because I just can't afford to have a Whitney Williams situation. My cameras work, but just in case they don't, I need somebody up in there that got a gun. Yes. Mm-hmm. Amen, amen, amen. And that they don't call and let you know they're coming over there, you shoot first and ask questions later. That's what you do. Yeah, because I'm going to call and let you know when I'm coming. If ain't nobody else calling, shoot first. Let them know I'm here. Shoot. It's a shame you got to do it, but you got to do it. Got to do what you do. Yeah, it's by. Yeah, I got them propped up in there, baby, waiting. Tap on the window if you want to. Try to come through the door if you feel like it. You're going to get lit up. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, okay? Hit the like button, hit the share button, and if you happen to be new, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. We love to have you. I hope you guys enjoyed the service tonight, and we will see you. We will see you soon. It's fine. Say roll up if you want. That's all I can say. I don't want to stop nobody from trying whatever they want to try. I'm just want you to know. Judge T telling you, Judge T warning you. I'm giving you fair warning. Do not think that because it's the holiday, Judge T gone, ain't nobody in my house. I got somebody at my house. Okay? And I don't want nobody hurt. It's the holiday. But if you come up in there the wrong way, you gonna leave out the wrong way. Here's fire. You've been warned, baby. You've been warned. Hey, Lexus, I appreciate you jumping over here, man. Go back to the beginning and watch it and leave some comments for me. If y'all got anything y'all disagree with or agree with and want to add to it, drop it down in the comments. Y'all know I try to read them and I try to respond. Okay, I'm thinking I'm missing some than what's actually coming through my notification. So I'm going to try to find where they are, if they are out there. But drop down in the comments, man. Let's have a conversation. What do you all think about this divorce between Kandi and Todd? Everybody's speculating that the prenup is old. I don't know. We're going to find out, I guess. But I don't believe that the prenup has expired, because the document that Kandi filed, her petition, her complaint says that the parties have entered into a prenuptial agreement, and she's asking the court to validate and uphold that prenuptial agreement. So I don't know why the lawyer would be asking the court to uphold a expired or voided document. So I don't believe, I don't believe the prenup is expired. But we're going to see. We're going to see. I am concerned that Todd is going to use the fact that he was dead at daycare to possibly get custody of those children and get child support. I ain't saying he's going to do it. I'm saying we're going to see. All right. You all have a wonderful night. Your YouTube pastor loves you. And I'm always praying for you. Okay? Y'all enjoy your holiday weekend. Get you some rest. Please be safe. Know that God loves you in spite of it all. All right? And your YouTube pastor will check back in, and we'll talk soon. Okay? God bless you, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk. Excuse me. Got the hiccups going out.